Okay, I am live. I'm live on Facebook. Hello, in the Healers Toolkit group, and I am live on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So, this is a little experiment for me today. And the topic for today is how to be present and why. Why? Why? Why do we want to practice being present? So, I guess I should just start with what my motivation was for doing this, and also maybe share a little bit about why you might want to join me on this challenge. And so, for those of you who don't know me, I guess on YouTube, there might be people watching this video who don't even really know who I am. I'm Crystal Willingham, and I am a healer and a life coach by design. It's taken me a while to really realize that the gifts that I've had since I was a little kid are the things that I'm actually here to do. That stuff always came easy to me. And so I always took for granted that that was what I was here to do. And now I know. So I'm very excited as I move forward in my own life to do more of that. So, anyway, what we're here to talk about today is presence. So, I am going to take a moment to just allow myself to become fully present in this moment. It was interesting as I thought about what I wanted to do today. The idea came to me a couple days ago to do a 30-day presence challenge. And I'm going to explain more about that and what I mean by that as well. But as I was preparing to do this video today and to go live with you guys today, um, nothing was really coming to me as far as what the format of this conversation was going to be and what I wanted to say. And sometimes when I'm creating things, it's like the structure just kind of all comes together before I jump into it. And today was not that way. And so the message that I was really getting today was, this is about presence. So guess what you get to do? Practice being present in the midst of creating what you're creating. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to invite you to join me for just a few moments of presence. And as we do this, this is going to help you to understand what I mean by presence. And of course, I'm going to go into more details about it. Okay, so being present is really a very simple practice. Really, what it is just about tuning in to the present moment and allowing yourself to just be right here, right now. Most of us in this present moment can experience the truth that right here and right now, we're perfect, we're safe, everything is just fine. And the way to really get to that point, and what I want to do right now, is just breathe. Close your eyes and just take a moment to just notice yourself. Notice your thoughts and feelings that are coming up in the present moment. And allow yourself to just let it all be okay. Just let it be. Acknowledge that it just is what it is right now. So I'm acknowledging right now for myself that in this present moment, that if nobody's watching, it's okay. My biggest fear coming up is that I'll be talking to myself, and that is okay. And as I breathe into that thought and allow it to just be okay, it kind of just goes away. And as I just notice what I'm noticing in this present moment, maybe there's some sounds that I can hear, maybe there's feelings or sensations that I'm having, or maybe, I don't know, it could be anything. Just bringing my full awareness into this present moment, really letting go of everything that I've done earlier today, letting go of thoughts about things that I need to do later, and just being right here, right now, and begin to become aware that I can actually choose. I can choose my thoughts and feelings in this moment. And maybe you're watching, maybe you're breathing into this present moment, and maybe you're feeling like that's not true for you. Like, I don't know how to choose my thought and feeling in this moment. I'm just maybe feeling kind of funky, or maybe I'm neutral, or maybe I'm just numb. I don't know. I don't know how to choose what I want to feel in this moment. Well, my friend, that is exactly why we're here. That is exactly why I'm doing this challenge, because I believe that it's a really important skill to develop. And it's a lot easier than we've been led to believe. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more simple than we've ever known, perhaps. And on the other side of it, you might be someone who's very comfortable with being present, who's very comfortable with dropping into that space of mindfulness, meditation, and contemplation. And if that's you, then this challenge is also for you, because this will maybe help you, encourage you to begin to develop a daily practice of getting into that space and inviting in all of the preferred experiences that you want in your life. This 30-day challenge is probably not for somebody who already has everything that they want, whose life is perfect, and who's living the most exciting version of their dream reality that they possibly can be. They probably already know all this stuff if that's the case. And if that's you, yay, leave us a message, make a comment, and let us know what it took for you to get to that place. But for the rest of us who are really ready to begin to have new experiences in life, and really ready to shed and let go of all of the old bullshit. That's me. Then this is a practice that will definitely shift things for you. This will definitely make changes for you. So if your eyes are still closed and you're still breathing and still allowing yourself to become present and aware in this moment, then I just invite you to come on back, open your eyes, and just be here with me as we talk about this 30-day challenge. So again, I guess the first thing that I want to say is what's actually in it for you. So for you, possibly, potentially, this could be an opportunity to achieve some goals that you have been wanting to achieve for a long, long, long time and maybe haven't done the things that you need to do, have felt blocked moving forward, moving into those things, or just have a variety of reasons why you haven't really accomplished what you want to accomplish. Maybe life just seems to keep getting in your way. Maybe your daily urgent matters of taking care of the kids or your business, your work, household chores, all the stuff that's so urgent is just constantly in the way. This practice of mindful presence can really help almost miraculously. And I'm going to tell you that I have experienced some pretty instant and incredible shifts just from doing this. So I know that it works, and it's unbelievable how simple, how easy, and how immediate the changes can be. So what's in it for you is an opportunity to do something a little bit different, to maybe let go of some preconceived ideas about how to make things happen, how to make more money, how to have better relationships, how to have better health. My thought, and again, the reason why I'm doing this is because the realization came to me that it all pretty much boils down to what am I thinking and feeling and doing in the moment? That's creating the vibration, the frequency, the energy of what's coming into my experience. So, what is presence? How do we experience presence? Well, that's probably a pretty objective question, or there's probably a pretty objective answer to that. But what I discovered over the years that I've been doing a lot of inner work, really opening myself up to just heal and grow and learn about myself as I've been on really a journey of self-exploration. What really became clear to me at some point along this journey is that this is it. This is the only moment. This is the only time. This is the only thing that we have. I think maybe reading Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, probably reading Wayne Dyer, The Power of Intention, probably some Louise Hay, and probably some Abraham Hicks, probably some of all of these influential thought leaders helped me to come to this awareness. But it wasn't until I actually came out of an intellectual understanding and knowing about this and actually allowed this to really come into my full awareness within myself. It wasn't until that happened that it really became a real thing. And now for me, this is my absolute truth. And I know this to be true. And I know that what I do in the present moment is everything. It's everything. Because the past is a memory, right? The past is just made up of energy, thoughts, maybe some digital recordings. Still, it's gone, right? It only exists in some format that isn't solid, real, present, tangible. And most of the past really only exists in your own mind, your perception of the past through your lens of how you perceived what happened. Again, all thoughts, feelings, beliefs, energy. The future, same thing. Thoughts, projections. There isn't anything more. And right now, in the present moment, the truth is that everything exists right now. It can get pretty heady, right? When if you decide that you wanna go down that rabbit hole, which I really don't, and try to wrap your brain around the fact that everything is now. Everything's now. And the infinite potential of everything is happening in this present moment. That's a pretty massive undertaking to really kind of wrap your brain around that. And I don't, if you're aware of that and you already know it, very cool. If it's something that is a concept that's a little bit out of reach for you, that's okay because it was out of reach for me for a long time. And what I did to bring this awareness really close and make it a part of myself was just ask questions. I just asked myself, my higher self, I just would ask constantly, like, what does this mean? What is this really about? And sit in contemplation and just open myself up to allow information to come in. And it did. And so, what I became aware of is that in the present moment, because everything exists right here, right now, and there's nothing that I don't have access to in the present moment, I get to choose. I get to choose exactly what I want. I get to choose how I want to feel. I get to choose what I want to believe. I get to choose the energy of my thoughts. I get to decide if I want to be anxious or if I want to be at peace right here, right now, in the present moment. And this is something that I think has to be developed over time. And you can tell me what you think about that. I mean, feel free to leave comments and chime in with what your thoughts are on it. But I really, for me, it was something that, again, it wasn't just something that I heard somebody say and then I was like, oh, yeah, I got it. It was, let me examine this and discover it for myself. And once I discovered it for myself, then it was real. And so that's what the 30-day challenge is all about. 30 days of just taking the time each day to allow presence and just see what happens. Just see what happens when you move into this moment of presence and allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to project presence, to project your truth, to project what it is that you really want to be feeling into the present moment. And notice how things change. One of the things, the gifts that I think that I have as a life coach is helping people to do that. So that's one of the things that I really do in my client coaching sessions is helping people to pay attention to what they really feel in the moment and then decide what do you prefer? You know, I don't think anybody really wants to feel anxiety. I don't think anybody really wants to feel depression, but we do. And so, what's in it for you? If that's how you feel, what's in it for you is the opportunity to learn a new way of bringing yourself out of anxiety, bringing yourself out of stressful thoughts, bringing yourself out of depression, depressing thoughts and feelings, and really aligning yourself with the power that you have in the present moment to choose something else. So, I think that's enough pontificating on that. Um, I'm going to just share a little story with you guys today. So, what happened today? So, I decided again, after doing some personal deep healing work and practice over the last 3 weeks, and allowing myself to really drop into more presence on a more consistent basis. but it was a presence about specific things, uncovering some thoughts and beliefs that I was holding on to that really haven't been serving me, and letting myself really move into a space of being of noticing what's true about that. And then within hours, having experiences of a change in what was happening in my life. So today, of course, I decided I'm going to start this. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to talk about pretty much the only thing that I can talk about, which is my own experience. And it was just, I went through the morning thinking about it, and I went through the early afternoon thinking about it. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll just say what comes to me in the moment. Okay. And then I was like, I really don't feel like getting in front of the camera right now. I just, I just don't feel it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee, go upstairs. And, that was my thought. I'm just going to go make a cup of coffee. Maybe that'll help me perk up a little bit. So I go upstairs, and mind you, I've been in this, sort of little deeper expression, a little deeper practice of doing presence practice every day for myself, right? And as I went upstairs to make my coffee, my son and my mom were up there, and something really amazing happened. This is something that just does not happen in our house. Mom was sitting on the couch looking at picture books. My son was sitting on the step watching his phone and listening to his music and stuff. And I came out of the kitchen with my coffee, and I was like, huh, my family's here. We're not usually together very much. So I went and I sat in the room with my mom and was looking at the pictures because she wanted me to. And I felt, one of the things I'm learning how to do is be more present with my people instead of so distracted by all the stuff that I have to do and irritable because they're in my way. So I was like, nope, I'm going to go in here and sit down and look at the book with her. And then my son was right there. So I was like, hey, Dave, come over here and look at this. So the three of us sat on the couch together, and we looked at the pictures, and we were together, and I was present. I was present with my family. Now, that might seem like a small thing. Like some people have families that, you're always together and you're always present and you're always, interacting with each other. And that's awesome if that's your family. That is not us. We are always going in our own separate directions all the time. And so for me, this was a pretty significant moment of synchronicity where I realized that the thing that I've been thinking about sharing with you, I was actually allowing to happen in the present moment, in the now. And now is really all we have, right? So I don't know about you, like, do you get caught up in thinking about the things that you want to create so much that they're constantly in your thoughts and they never actually come into your experience? I don't know. That's something that I think happens to me. So sitting there with my mom and my son, I was deliberately, consciously going, this is presence. This is love. This is everything. This is creating a memory for us. It's going to be a beautiful memory, right? And then we just continued to sit there after we finished looking at the book, and I looked over, and my son had his hand on grandma's lap, and grandma had her hand over his hand, and I had my arm around him, and we were just being love. We were being a family. We were being together. We were being present. And so to me, that's a big deal. But I think that is what this practice does. It changes things. It literally changes your experience of your own reality. Because like I said, yesterday, that wasn't something that I would have expected to happen. You know, We are all, like I said, we're in this household, everyone's going in a different direction. And we never have the moments to come together, really hardly ever. So that was a really beautiful moment. Then when we all separated and I took my coffee and I went outside and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just go out here. I'm just gonna go out here." No objective, no preconceived idea of what was gonna happen when I went outside. I just went outside and it's a beautiful day out there today. And I stood in the grass and then suddenly in the present moment, it was like, do some stretches. So I put my coffee down and I stood in the sun in the grass with a beautiful light breeze and I did a little yoga. And as I was doing the yoga, now again, this is about presence. This is about mindful presence, being present within yourself in the present moment. How many times have you done a workout and you're listening to music and you're tuned into the music and you're not really tuned into your body at all and you're just letting the music kind of carry you into the 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever time period you want to be exercising for. And then you get through that, you listen to 10 songs and then you're done. I think that's most people, right? Maybe, I don't know, you can tell me. Do you really notice what you're doing when you're listening to the music? Or do you just get lost in the music and let your body do the treadmill or do the elliptical or whatever? So I'm outside doing this yoga practice, and suddenly I become aware that every movement that I'm doing is what my body wants to do. No preconceived thought, no idea of what I was going to do, what movement I was going to move into next. What felt good with my arms outstretched, stretching more deeply into that openness was what felt so good in my body. And in the present moment, and noticing the sunshine on my body and the breeze and the smell of the grass, the fresh cut grass, and the softness of the grass on my feet. And all of that was just being present. So what is the point, right? What's the point of all that? Well, it's nice. Okay, that all sounds good. Wow, hey, you can be present. Yay. But there's magic in being present. Because when you get into that space aligned within yourself, the infinite potential that's in that presence is the frequency of love. It's the frequency of joy. It's the frequency of just feeling really damn good. And the law of attraction, which I believe in, is a universal law that says that you attract what you are. You attract what you are. You attract what you are. And in that present moment, if you are joy, if you feel good, if you are just appreciating, that's what's coming to you. That's the energy that you're going to attract. And the experiences, because that's really all that energy is, right? Is the experiences that you have when you move about. What's being brought into your field, what's being brought to your awareness, what's being brought into your perception. That's what's being attracted. And if you're in the moment peace, if you're in the moment joy, if you're in the moment appreciation, then the law of attraction, the universe, God, the angels, whoever is bringing you more of that. That's a universal law, and that's how it works. And we're always doing it. We're always doing it. So we can do this deliberately or we can do this by default. And so default is where most of us live. We are in default with our feelings. We are in our conditioned ways of thinking because this is how my mom did it. This is how my teacher told me to do it. This is how society says we need to do this. So this is how I am, right? And I'm just this way by default. And then all of my experiences reflect that energy, right? So I'm experiencing stressful situations. It's not your fault. It's not saying that you're attracting this deliberately and it's your fault. It's just saying that that's how that's how energy works. And the law of attraction is always bringing you whatever energy you are. And what I'm saying is that by practicing presence and by practicing choosing a better thought, a better feeling, becoming aware of your potential in the present moment, you can pick something else. You can choose something else. You can choose a better thought. You can choose a better feeling. You can just listen to your body and move when it says move and go, oh, that feels good. I didn't realize I had that kink in my neck. Oh, but it feels good to move it like that. Oh, and maybe let go of some emotional energy that's stuck there, right? I don't know, maybe. But tuning in the present moment and listening can bring you to this place where your energy is really going before you and it's bringing you the preferred experiences, the things that you're really wanting. And part of it is definitely having clarity about what you really want, but I think that even that this exercise can be even more simple than that because there's some basic things that we all really want, right? Basic things. I want to feel good. That's basic, right? I just want to feel good. I don't know how to make myself feel good sometimes, maybe I need to eat better, maybe I need to exercise more, maybe I need to be around more positive people. Yeah, all of that's true, but maybe I just need to know that I want to feel better. And that's all. And then go into a presence practice and sit for 5 minutes and feel that right now in this moment, I'm willing to allow myself to feel better. And if I sit here maybe for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, as long as you can, really, as long as you can, the longer you can really sit in presence, the better. Because the more you expand and open to realizing how infinite the potential is, that information can just come to you because it's there in the infinite potential. The information of how to feel better. It's right there. I just was watching some videos by Jesse Elder, and he said that's like accessing cosmic Google when you get into that space. I thought that was a pretty clever way of putting it. Accessing cosmic Google. So we are allowing ourselves to reach for these better thoughts, reach for better feelings as we practice presence. And you do it for one day even, and then notice what happens. So I have an example. The other day, I woke up super early in the morning and I was, I felt like some anxiety and things were just sort of coming up to clear out of my body. And I woke up and I thought, okay, what's going on here? And I just kind of felt like my spirit was saying, well, just go sit in the living room and meditate for a little while. And so I did. And I had just really kind of come back into some awareness that I get to choose how I feel, right? Like, and what I really want to feel is joy. I really want to feel more joy. So I came out and I sat in meditation and I just opened myself to allow more joy, more joy. What does that look like? What does that feel like? I don't know. But in the present moment, I know that I have access to that. And so I did that for a little while and then I went back to bed. And I know that one of the things that really brings me joy is working with people. And I also know that it will bring me joy to feel successful with the things that I really want to be doing in life, right? And so I went back to sleep, and then when I woke up again, I looked at my phone, and there were about 4 or 5 messages on my phone from different people who were looking for my help. And some days there's no, like there's no messages, right? So it seemed significant to me that there were 4 or 5 different people who reached out to me in that in the aftermath and the afterglow of practicing that feeling of really allowing more joy into my life. So that's just one small example. You'll have synchronicities, and the synchronicities will really only mean something to you, maybe. You know, maybe you'll in that moment, be thinking, I really like flowers, flowers make me feel good. And then you'll go into that moment of presence and asking for more peace or more joy. And the next thing you know, when you're going about your day, someone's giving you flowers. Random people are bringing you flowers. That's the kind of stuff that happens. It really does. And you'll know, oh my gosh, my presence practice is really making a difference. It's making a shift. And if it makes a small shift like that, what other kinds of shifts can it help me make? Maybe it can help me make bigger shifts into the things that really stress me out. It can, but it just takes time, takes practice. So how do we practice presence? Well, for me, I'm just keeping it really simple. Keeping it really, really simple. And what I'm doing to practice presence is um, just meditation. That's one thing. Like I mentioned earlier today, noticing moments and becoming more present in the moment. So when we were sitting on the couch earlier, my mom and my son, and just going, "Oh, this is a really beautiful moment. Let me become more present in this moment." Um, it's going to be whatever it needs to be for you. But I think just taking the time every single day to allow yourself to be in the present moment. Um, that's going to look different for everybody. So I can make suggestions on how you'll do it, but at the end of the day, it's really going to be up to you. It's really going to be up to you to say, you know what? Okay, on my lunch break today, I'm just going to go sit in the park and I'm going to take off my shoes and put my feet on the grass. And I'm going to be present with my feet. I'm going to be present with the earth. I'm going to be present with noticing the birds chirping. I'm going to be present with noticing my breath. I'm going to be present with letting myself feel as good as I possibly can in this moment. So you get to choose how presence shows up for you. Do it every day. Do it every day with me for 30 days. Share with me in the Facebook group or in the comments on this video what you notice as you do this, because I would really love to hear your experiences. And I'm definitely going to share mine with you. So I feel like that is all I really have to say about this today. I don't even know how long I've been talking, but I'm grateful for you coming and being here with me. And I'm going to do more of this. Another thing that came up for me to challenge myself to do is 90 days of making videos every day. 90 days every day. What that's going to look like, I don't know. But my intention is to commit to myself to just do it because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. And I don't want to be held back anymore. I realized that I was holding on to thought constructs that said I had to do things a certain way in order to get where I want to be. And 40 years worth of that, of course, you guys know, it's sometimes really hard to shift gears. But this is what my soul is saying, Crystal, your voice, it's time to put it out there. And so that's how I'm going to do it. So 90-day challenge to make videos every day. I might not post them every day, but my goal is to make videos every day. I have a podcast, I have my YouTube channel, live streams. So there's lots of options on how to actually make, to do this and to fulfill my commitment to myself to do it. So saying that to say that I'll be back, and I would love to maybe even do some Q&As, because I know that these concepts are maybe advanced for some people. I mean, for lack of a better word, life is a certain way for most of us, and I'm at a stage where I see life differently than I ever have. And if you're not seeing it the way that I'm seeing it, then please ask for clarification or even just have a discussion on your perception of it. I'm not here to say that I'm right and someone else is wrong. I'm here to openly have conversations and discussions and discourses about how to achieve what you want in life and how to know what you want in life and how to get past being stressed out and get past being anxious and then get past feeling depression. Not to say that, this work will make it go away forever and that you'll never have situations that, bring sadness or that bring, um, you know, feelings that are quote unquote negative. No, because that's not being alive, right? All of your feelings have meaning. All of your feelings have value. But I think sometimes we get stuck in feelings and thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us. And so that's what I'm here to do, is to talk about how to get out of that and to move into the beautiful potential that we all are, to experience life the way we want to experience it. So I'm gonna sign off here. You can hear that lovely laughter going on in the background, maybe. And connect with you guys. See you later.